There comes a time when the universe begins to reorganize itself around those who have silently carried greatness within them. The world is being reshaped not by noise, but by those who once walked unseen, the chosen ones who were refining their energy, their vision, and their purpose in private. The rich upgrade that's unfolding now is not simply about material wealth. It's a deep, energetic transformation that shifts how you see yourself, how the world sees you, and how opportunities begin to find you. The truth is, the people being elevated right now are not the ones who shouted the loudest, but the ones who endured the quiet seasons with discipline. They are the builders who kept sowing when it looked like nothing was growing. They are the dreamers who didn't stop believing, even when their environment mocked their faith. These chosen ones are now stepping into rooms their old selves could never enter, not because of money, but because of energy. The rich upgrade is coded into their vibration. Many people are waiting for a financial or lifestyle breakthrough, but those who are truly in tune can sense it. The atmosphere has already shifted. What's happening right now is a transfer of energy, a rearranging of power. The ones who vibrate with clarity, gratitude, and vision are naturally being pulled into new dimensions of abundance. The rich upgrade doesn't announce itself with a trumpet. It flows quietly, aligning those whose inner world is ready for outer expansion. Think about it. Every upgrade you've experienced started within you. Before you saw new money, you felt new confidence. Before you attracted new people, you became someone new yourself. The world outside is always reflecting your internal settings. That's why the richest energy right now isn't money, it's alignment. When your mind, emotions, and actions operate on the same frequency of purpose, success becomes a magnet. This is your reminder the shift isn't waiting for permission. It's here. So align your thoughts with expansion, your habits with discipline, and your speech with power. The more you talk like your future, the faster it arrives. In this new era, wealth isn't just measured by what's in your account, it's measured by what you attract effortlessly. True abundance flows to those who emit a frequency of certainty and gratitude. The rich upgrade begins when you stop seeing money as a chase and start seeing it as a mirror, reflecting your inner worth, belief, and readiness to receive. People often wonder why some individuals seem to attract opportunity without struggle. It's because their energy introduces them before they speak. They carry a calm authority that says, "I belong in this room." That's the frequency of the chosen. You can't fake it, it's cultivated through healing, vision, and aligned action. When your vibration matches your vision, wealth doesn't have to be pursued. It begins to pursue you. This new upgrade isn't about showing off, it's about showing up. The most powerful people emerging right now aren't loud. They're strategic, intuitive, and peaceful. They're the quiet millionaires who know that true wealth doesn't scream, it glows. These are people who can walk into a room and change the energy without saying a word. Their confidence is subtle, but undeniable. Many of them were once underestimated. They were the ones working on themselves while others were distracted by appearances. They invested their time, not in competition, but in self-mastery. And now, while the world catches up, they're already operating from a different dimension of abundance. That's the rich upgrade, not a lifestyle of noise, but a legacy of peace, purpose, and prosperity. Every quiet season had a purpose. While others were getting attention, you were getting transformation. The universe hid you not to punish you, but to prepare you. During those silent years, you were being stripped of distractions, refined in character, and taught lessons that money can't buy. That was your preparation phase, when your spirit was downloading wisdom your future would require. You didn't even realize it, but the obstacles that once frustrated you were shaping the exact resilience and humility that would sustain your future wealth. You learned emotional intelligence through heartbreak, patience through delay, and discernment through betrayal. These are the hidden currencies that make the rich upgrade sustainable, because wealth without maturity collapses. Now every delay is being converted into divine timing. You're stepping into what was once being built behind the scenes. Your privacy was your preparation, and your silence was your strategy. There's a sacred exchange happening right now, a spiritual wealth transfer. It's not about cash changing hands. It's about energy moving from those who operated in greed to those who operate in purpose. The universe is tired of power being misused, and it's recalibrating. This means the chosen ones, the pure-hearted visionaries, are being elevated into positions of influence. You might not have the same resources as the wealthy yet, but you have something far greater: integrity, creativity, and alignment. These are magnetic traits that draw partnerships, investors, and open doors. Remember, the new rich aren't just money makers, they're energy shifters. They add value wherever they go. That's why the system is bending in your favor, because it recognizes your authenticity as currency. So if you've been feeling overlooked, don't worry. You weren't invisible, you were incubating. The right people are now being drawn to your frequency. Money isn't a lifeless thing, it's an energy that responds to emotion and belief. It listens to how you speak about it, how you feel when you think about it, and how much gratitude you hold when it arrives. People who constantly complain about lack are broadcasting a signal of resistance. But those who affirm, "I'm ready, I'm open, I'm worthy," are sending a different message, one that attracts. When you speak with confidence about abundance, you become a vessel that money trusts. It flows where it's respected, not worshipped. That's why some people seem to always have it. They've built a healthy emotional relationship with wealth. They don't chase it, they communicate with it. So take a deep breath and affirm it. Money is safe with me. Speak that in the comments below and watch how your perspective and reality begin to shift. Before physical wealth manifests, your spirit has to carry the blueprint of abundance. That's why affirmations, visualization, and self-belief aren't just positive thinking, they're spiritual architecture. You're designing your reality with every word, image, and decision you entertain. The chosen ones have mastered this internal construction. They understand that before you live it, you must first see it. Many people are waiting for signs, but the chosen know they are the sign. You're the evidence of a higher design, a walking prophecy of potential fulfilled. The moment you align your emotions and thoughts with wealth, you begin building the invisible scaffolding that supports your success in the material world. The blueprint comes first, the breakthrough follows. You're not creating from desperation anymore, you're creating from design. The plan is already within you. Now is the time to activate it. The old version of you can't sustain the new level that's calling. That's why some connections fell off, why certain environments became uncomfortable, and why you no longer fit where you once belonged. The upgrade isn't just material, it's psychological. You're being asked to shed identities rooted in survival and step into one rooted in sovereignty. This transition can feel lonely because growth often separates you before it elevates you. But that's how the universe protects your evolution, by filtering what can't follow you. The chosen ones who understand this don't resist the pruning, they welcome it. They know that the next level requires clarity, not crowding. You're not losing people, you're losing limitation. Accept it. Your future self is waiting on the other side of this identity shift. In this new frequency, peace is the ultimate luxury. The chosen ones are no longer hustling to prove themselves, they're creating to express themselves. The world used to glamorize exhaustion, comparison, and endless grind. But this rich upgrade is different. It rewards stillness, discernment, and alignment. You'll notice that those walking in abundance today move differently. They don't rush to explain or defend their value. They understand that real wealth is being able to choose silence over argument, purpose over popularity, and peace over pressure. They've learned that when you're aligned, the world adjusts itself to you, not the other way around. So if you've been feeling the pull to slow down, trust it. Peace is not laziness, it's power under control. True wealth begins in the mind. Every wealthy individual, whether spiritual or secular, understands that mindset is the root of manifestation. What you believe, you broadcast. What you expect, you attract. The reason many never rise into abundance is that their subconscious is still programmed for scarcity. They're holding onto beliefs that were never theirs to begin with. That's why the chosen ones are reprogramming their inner systems. They're feeding their minds with expansion, books, mentors, affirmations, and environments that match their next level. Because no matter how much money you receive, if your mindset remains small, it will slip away. But when your consciousness expands, even small beginnings multiply into legacy. Access is the new currency. You don't have to chase connections when your energy does the introduction for you. The right people, opportunities, and rooms are magnetized to aligned individuals. When you operate in authenticity and purpose, you'll find doors opening that no resume or degree could have earned you. Many chosen ones are being strategically placed right now, invited to conversations that will shape industries, given platforms to influence culture, and being noticed by those in power. It's not coincidence, it's convergence. You've become the frequency that your destiny recognizes. The upgrade is aligning you with people who match your purpose, not your past. The richest individuals in this upgrade era aren't driven by greed, they're driven by purpose. They've realized that money follows meaning. When you build something that truly serves, inspires, or heals others, you tap into the flow of divine reciprocity. That's why many chosen ones are being elevated into entrepreneurship, creativity, and leadership, not to hoard wealth, but to circulate it through purpose. Look at global innovators, coaches, artists, and healers. The ones leading the shift aren't just selling products, they're selling transformation. And because of that, their wealth grows with integrity. You're not meant to just survive financially, you're meant to thrive through purpose. You've probably noticed that people have started treating you differently. Opportunities come from nowhere. Strangers complement your energy. Even without trying, you're drawing things in. That's not coincidence, that's silent magnetism. When your spirit becomes aligned with abundance, your energy begins broadcasting signals that others can feel but not explain. The chosen ones carry this invisible power. It's why doors open, why respect follows, and why imitation begins. You've become an energetic lighthouse. The quiet confidence, the healed presence, the calm you carry, it all announces that you've stepped into mastery. You no longer need to demand attention. Attention now seeks you. Don't dim that glow. You've earned it through shadow work, patience, and faith. Your aura is your calling card. Let it speak before you do. We're witnessing a shift in global consciousness. Systems that once rewarded exploitation are crumbling, while structures rooted in authenticity and innovation are rising. The rich upgrade isn't about elitism, it's about energetic correction. The world is redistributing influence, from manipulation to manifestation, from greed to grounded greatness. The chosen ones are the architects of this new system. They're starting businesses that empower rather than enslave, creating art that awakens, and building communities that thrive on unity instead of hierarchy. The elite of this new age aren't gatekeepers, they're bridge builders. The real wealth is no longer in owning the world, but in healing it. So if you felt a divine urge to lead, teach, or innovate, it's not random. You were born to be part of the rewrite. For years, your value went unseen. You showed up with excellence and were met with silence. You gave your best and got the bare minimum. But that invisibility was never rejection, it was protection. The universe was hiding you from premature exposure, allowing your gifts to mature away from imitation and envy. Now, the covering is lifting. People are starting to notice you, opportunities are finding you, and your presence can no longer be ignored. You're walking into a season of visibility where your work will speak louder than anyone's opinion. The same world that once dismissed you will soon reference you as inspiration. Don't get arrogant, stay anchored. This new visibility is not for validation but for impact. Luxury used to mean expensive possessions, cars, houses, labels, but the chosen ones are redefining it. In this new rich upgrade, luxury means freedom, freedom of time, peace of mind, emotional balance, and alignment with purpose. It's waking up without anxiety, creating without pressure, and loving without fear. This kind of luxury can't be bought, it's cultivated. It's the result of inner healing, clarity, and consistency. When you live in peace, your external life reflects it. Your home becomes a sanctuary, your body becomes a temple, and your relationships become effortless. That's true wealth, when everything around you mirrors the calm within you. So don't chase status symbols. Build a life that feels as good as it looks. In this upgrade, people don't follow trends, they follow energy. You are the brand now. Your story, your aura, your values, that's what people resonate with. Chosen ones are realizing that authenticity is the most valuable currency. You no longer need to pretend or perform. Your realness is your marketing. Think of every influencer, artist, or visionary you admire. What draws people to them isn't perfection, it's presence. It's the way they make others feel seen, heard, and inspired. You have that same ability. You are your message. Your vibe is your visibility strategy. When you live authentically, opportunities will chase your frequency. So be bold in your becoming. Don't shrink to fit, expand to lead. The old mindset said, save everything, trust nothing. But the upgraded mindset understands that energy, including money, must flow. When you circulate abundance through giving, collaboration, and creativity, you invite more back. The rich upgrade teaches that generosity is the true generator. Think of nature. Rivers flow, trees share oxygen, sunlight gives without asking. Everything that thrives circulates. The chosen ones mirror this rhythm. They invest, they donate, they pour into others not because they're losing anything but because they understand universal law. What you release multiplies. The new rich don't hoard, they harness. Keep your energy in motion. When you give from fullness, life always refills you. Stop worrying about how it's going to happen. The resources have already been assigned to your purpose. The people, the ideas, the timing, it's all aligning. What looks like a delay is actually divine choreography. Every skill you're learning, every contact you're making, every small opportunity is a puzzle piece in your larger picture. When you walk in purpose, provision becomes automatic. The universe funds what it favors. That's why things start aligning once you commit. Money shows up in unexpected ways, clients appear, ideas catch traction, doors open. You're not running out of time, time is running to meet you. So release the anxiety. You're already resourced. You're just catching up to what's been prepared for you. Being in the top 1% isn't about money, it's about mentality. It's about walking with conviction, leading with compassion, and living with purpose. The chosen ones who carry this consciousness don't just want to make it, they want to multiply it. They lift others as they rise, creating a ripple of transformation that touches generations. This is the awakening of the abundant soul, the one that knows success isn't selfish when it's rooted in service. You've survived the wilderness, refined your energy, and now you're being entrusted with influence. But remember, the higher you rise, the deeper your humility must grow, because the richest souls are the ones who never forget who they are. So, chosen one, the question remains, are you in alignment with the frequency of the top 1%? This isn't just a motivational message, it's a confirmation. The upgrade isn't coming, it's here. You've entered a dimension where your presence commands opportunities, your words carry weight, and your spirit magnetizes abundance. Everything you went through was preparation for this. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to breathe it in. Comment below, I'm in the 1% alignment. Let that declaration echo through your energy. Like, share, and subscribe to Anointed Era, where we awaken higher consciousness and reveal the truth behind divine success. Remember, you're not waiting for the upgrade. You are the upgrade.